folks, I'm Tom Bassel.
And I'm Melody.
And today we're taking a look at DropMix. Now this game has been getting a lot of buzz. It's been selling very hot on the internets. It's from Harmonix. They're the ones who made Rock Band, which is something we both liked, right? And we both really, really like music.
Yeah.
Even if Melody's tastes are horrifically bad.
If they're not as boring as yours.
Boring? I like some super interesting music.
Yeah, but there are some songs that make me want to sleep.
So, anywho, so this game is like a thing of technology. Basically, it was playing cards, and it's a really neat toy. We'll show you the toy in a second. But we're going to be talking about the toy itself and the game inside the box. Here we go. Okay, to play this game, you need the DropMix board. You're also going to need an app on your phone. So here's the DropMix app. Let's get this started. When you get it started, you're going to place it here at the end of the DropMix board. And you'll need to, I have signed in the Game Center. You press this button here on the board to connect. You have to connect it with Bluetooth. So I'm going to show you how it works here, starting with the freestyle mode. This just gives you an idea of how the game works and sounds. So you can start with a card. The cards have different colors on them. So this one here is all about that bass. So maybe I can play it in this spot here. So you hear that that's going. So now I could change it. So let's say I'm going to put in Want to Want Me here in the green slot, which could be green or blue. Then I'm going to play the Jackson 5, I Want You Back in the middle. The Chainsmakers Closer here in the front. And now we'll play Gloria Gaynor, I Will Survive at the top. Now, if you're hearing how this works, you can also put a card and change something. There's also white cards which just add, basically these can go anywhere. They're like sound effects or noises. And then there's these multicolored cards which can go anywhere. So like I can play this here at the bottom. So here we have at the bottom Super Freak, and the main melody is Push It, or maybe we want Call Me Maybe. Or I Want You Back. Or the Symphony No. 5 by Ludwig van Beethoven. Maybe I'll add in a Bruno Mars card here. Earth, Wind and Fire, September here. And you can always wipe off the cards and put something back. So let's say maybe I want to put in Can't Feel My Face. And if you don't like this, you can always press the DropMix button, which is going to change the timing and the key. All right. So let's pull those off for a second. So the whole thing here is going to be working on this technology. And so you can see here, the technology works to about 15 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. You can see 15 kind of, it works if I push it down. Yeah, so it's about 14 or 15 cards. That reads a 16th card, but that doesn't matter. So that's how it works. Now, how do you play the games involved with it? Well, there's 2 games you can play. One of them is Clash. So for Clash, each person, you can play 2 against 2, or you can play 1 against 1. And what you're going to do is you're each going to make a deck of 15 cards, and you'll place it on here. And once there's 2 teams, you press DropMix to start. Each player removes their cards, and the game is going to start. So on your turn, you're going to play cards. It's going to pick someone to go, so I get to go first. So you're going to have a hand of cards, and it shows you down here how many cards you have. And it's going to start playing the music. So I put the Jackson 5, I Want You Back. That gives me a point for placing a card. And maybe I'll also play the Beethoven Symphony here. That gives me 2 points. Now the other player, maybe they play something like this. And they want to play this yellow card here, but this yellow card is a level 2. And you need to have a level 3 to play there. So you can't do that. If you try it, it will tell you the level's too low and you can't place it there. They can play on top of their own card if they want, and you get a point for that. If you ever get all the cards so that they face you, you'll get bonus points. If you play a white card, it will give you a special effect, which is noted on the white card. So if I play this one, for example, it also lets me play an extra red card. So I could do that. And the first person to get to 21 points wins. Meanwhile, it's still playing all this music and things like that. All right, so let's look at the party game now. In the party game, you're going to do some very similar things. You're going to each have a deck of cards that you're going to put on here. And this can be played up to 5 players. You press DropMix to start. Everyone does it. This is a cooperative game. You're going to be trying to beat this game together. Everyone's going to draw a certain number of cards, and then the game's going to begin. So here it tells you 7 cards to draw. We're trying to beat the high score of 29,733. So this says I need to play a 3 of any color. So I can play a green. Anybody can play it. The longer you wait, you'll get fewer points. So this says play a 2 of any color. But I can't play it here because the level's too low, and now I just lost 1,000 points for doing that. Now I can play a 3 of any color. So let's see what happens if I wait all the way down to the end. Ready, set, and only 190 points. Well, if I play something a lot faster, this one needs a 1 card. I don't have any 1 cards in my hand. Ah! Time runs out. That falls off. So that's round 1. Everyone would draw back up to 7 cards. And as you keep going, I have negative 191 points for the round. Round 2. Give me some cards to play. A red card in general. Easy. A 2 of anything. It says remove all the red cards. So I pull all the red cards off. And that's it. That's the whole game. Sometimes it's going to ask you for the symbols down here on the cards instead. But the only rule is you can put something on the same level or higher. And it has to be in the right color slot. That's it. And then you just see how high of a score you get. You can also, with the app later on, let's see if, let's go to the main menu. You can go to the main menu later on and you can check out your mixes that you might have made. And you can listen to these mixes later on. And also, you can keep track of all the collections, all the cards that you have. There's different sets, and it will keep track of all the cards that you have. Anyway, that's how you play. Okay, so there's 2 things to talk about, really. It's the actual DropMix thing, and then the games. So the DropMix device is astounding. At first, I thought everything would be in 4/4-B, and they would just mix it together, but...
What's a 4/4-B?
1, 2, 3, 4, you know. And there's lots of songs that have that, so you can, they're easy to cross over. But this, they mix them together, they go in and out. It's really unique and interesting. I would like it a lot more if it had more music I liked.
Yeah. Like, or even no, because...
Do you know all the music?
No. Because I was actually, like, going through the cards to see, like, how many songs I knew. Our pile's, like, that big. And I knew, like, this many of the cards.
Yeah, me too. Now, I mean, I guess as more and more cards come out for this, The way this, it doesn't come with all the cards. In fact, a lot of the cards I showed you didn't come with this. I bought a couple like packs. There's like packs you can buy. There's random boosters you can buy. I'm not really a big fan of that. And the cards you buy for it are pretty expensive. All right. I mean, we got to talk about price point here. This is definitely a factor in with this game. The game itself is expensive and the cards are expensive. And I am not so keen on getting a card of a song I don't like.
For more than you need to pay for it.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I don't want to pay money for a card I don't like at all.
Yeah.
So, but a lot of things come in packs. I'm like, oh, I want that song with the Jackson 5 song, but I don't know about this song. So, but still, it's a triumph of music, and it's a really fun toy. Like, you played with this for a really long time, right?
Yeah, like the first time I got to do it, I was like on it for like an hour and a half, and that's just like, just a whole different stuff that you can do.
Right, and all my kids, even the ones who aren't as big in games, they all were liking to play with this or just watching it. Now let's talk about the games. There's 2 games. There's the competitive game, and then there is the cooperative game. For me, the cooperative game is clearly better than the competitive game.
Yeah.
You agree?
It's more fun. Like, I guess in there's competitive one. Yeah. In the competitive one, I guess you can, like, eventually learn how to use the white cards to your advantage, but to me it's still just mainly luck. Like, they're both luck, but...
They're both luck, but the one is speed, so you feel like, oh, quick play this card here, oh, and you're working together, and that's fun. The first game is like, I'll play a card here, and I hope you don't have the card to stop me, whoopee-doo if you do or not. It's just luck. I don't like the first game. Although, it's fun to play and see how the music changes.
Yeah, and I guess you can play that one if you don't like the speed one. Like, some people don't like the whole speed and...
Yeah, but it's like cooperative speed. It's like, who has a yellow card? Oh, wait, don't play the 3 yellow card. Let's play a 2 so we can play a 3 on top of it later.
Yeah, because you do
That's
need to
kind of
talk
like
to each other.
the one piece of strategy. Yeah, there's that talking. There's who has a card, and sometimes when you play a card, sometimes you need to play 2 cards. Let's say play a card that's 3 and play a card that's yellow. And if you have a yellow 3, it meets both.
But you have to tell people.
And we find out. So Melody plays a yellow 3, and I'm playing a blue 3 because I'm covering the 3. Right. And then we just lose 1,000 points. So that part of it's fun, and that part's going to appeal to kids. Do those 2 games and the toy carry the day? Is it worth getting? That's a tough call, right? If you're going to use it mainly as a toy, then yes, right? Especially if hopefully they don't go out of business. I mean, they don't. This doesn't bubble up and stop. But if they produce hundreds and hundreds of cards for it, that'd be pretty neat. To see more and more cards come out for this, that'd be a pretty neat thing. So, yes, get it as a toy. And the game itself, super light. Okay, both games are super light, but they are fun, and it's the kind of game you can bring out at a party. Now, I would recommend finding some way to attach your phone or device to a bigger stereo.
Yeah.
So the music is louder and stuff. It makes it even more fun, I think. But overall, I'm pretty impressed with it. What would you rate this? Or what's your final thoughts? I'm sorry, I should say.
I really thought it was cool getting all the different cards, putting them together, hear the different sounds. Sometimes they're really bad combinations and some good combinations.
You know what? They might be bad, but they still work together.
Yeah, they technically worked together. They just didn't sound good together. But it was still really cool getting the different sounds. I like the rainbow cards is what I call them, because when you play them, like they have they make different sounds in the different spots, but they also like change up the whole song to kind of fit that card, and I think that's really cool.
Yeah, I wish I had more of those, really.
And so, like, overall, to me, I really liked it, just putting it, but I just didn't like how I didn't know most of the songs, but that was it.
So what's your rating then?
Probably like a 7.5.
Yeah, I think for me, for the toy factor and the music, it's like a 9.
Yeah.
It's that cool. The games are like a 5. Mix that together, you get probably 7.5, right? It is a cool toy. The games aren't horrible. They're fun to play with, but it's more about mixing and matching the music.
They have like a little tutorial thingy, too, that comes with the app for the games, and I think it explained pretty well. Yeah,
they over-explain, actually. They're not that hard at games, and they're like, now to recap the 2 rules we just said. But anyway, that's DropMix. Until next time, I'm Tom Vassell.
And I'm Melody.
And you've been watching Double Trouble.
Boom!
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at DicetowerNetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool Stuff, in stock. Check them out at coolstuffinc.com.